Hello student. Today we are going to discuss about the topic Introduction to the Cybercrime. In this topic we are going to learn about the cyber law. We call it as an IT law in India. Classification of cybercrime, reason for the commission of cybercrime, and malware and its type. The main learning objectives of this cybercrime topic is that we will learn how to protect and defend the computer system and the network from the cyber security attack. We will also go through the topic where we will be aware of the diagnosis and investigation of cyber security events or crime related to the computer system and digital evidence. We can also effectively communicate in the professional settings to address the information security issue. Now, before going to the cyber law in India, we will go through a certain concept that today this current era is of an internet. From the school life to the aged peoples, we are using the internet. Internet is a network of computers. When we say a computer, so all the devices which are involved in this activities come into the focus. All these share the data through the online. For example, when we go for a certain transactions of the bank account, we will access all those particular transactions through the internet only. So here the chances are more that the data might be corrupted, it might be hacked, or it might be get stolen also. To make all these transactions secure, or other examples through which we can secure our working on the internet, a government of India has introduced an IT law in 2000. The first case of cyber attack was recorded in 1969, called as UCLA, which is a University of California, Los Angeles. From this particular university, a professor has sent a message to a Stanford Research Institute. The message was containing a statement called as a login. This particular login word was highlighted as LO to the Stanford Research Institute. This was the first cyber attack which was made. The second incident is in 1970, where a robot Thomas named Person created a virus which was called as a first virus. This virus was named as a creeper. This virus used to print a message in the network. The message was, "I am a creeper, catch me if you can." Later on in 1971, an antivirus was developed over this virus which was named as a Reaper. In 1986, Russian used a cyber power as a weapon for the security, to break the security, which was also one type of a cyber attack. Same as in 1988, the American scientist created a program, we call it now a virus, which is generally created for finding out the size of an internet, that how much large that particular internet transaction might go. The intention behind this particular program was very fair, but later on it was regarded, or it was converted to as a virus. So these are the certain examples how this particular cyber security was broken by a system, by a program created by the user. To overcome this all, there are certain examples also day-to-day life. The cyber law in India was introduced. The legislation governing information technology, including the computer and the internet, is known as a cyber law or IT law. It oversees the digital distribution of information, software, information security, and e-commerce. It is related to the legal informatics. IT law generally includes the elements of contracts, intellectual property, privacy, and data protection law rather than being a distinct area of law. A crucial component of IT law is intellectual property. In Europe and internationally, the topic of software license is generally or continuously developing. Hence, according to the Indian Government Ministry, the cyber law provides a framework to support e-filing, e-commerce transaction, as well as the legal framework to lessen and monitor the cybercrime. This law generally work on the activities which are carried out online, for example, e-filing and e-commerce activity, where the online trading is being performed. They also give you the legal, we can say, legitimacy to the electronic documents. Now, what are the significance of using this cyber law? First of all, it applies to an online transaction. Whatever data we go for transaction through an online process, this cyber law is applied on it. It also keep on each and every activity done by the user through an online process. Every activity and response in the cyberspace is affected by it, unless and until we don't go for applying this cyber law. There are certain areas where this cyber law is being applied. The first is the fraud. The concept fraud comes from the consumer point of view. To safeguard the consumer from an online fraud, cyber law are essential. A legislation is created to stop these online financial crimes, which includes credit card theft, identity theft, and others. Identity theft can include that someone can go for assuming your ID and can hack your data. Identity thieves may be charged as an state criminals also. They also run into this process. Second cyber law area is the copyright. Violation of copyright are now simple to the internet. When a people start communicating with one another online, copyright infringement where